Greetings, yogis. Welcome back. Let's get ready to do some yoga. Unroll your mat, grab some props, and I'll see you right back here. Hello again. We'll start in a comfortable seated position on the mat. I am sitting cross-legged on a block. Feel free to do the same, or you can sit on your heels or whatever is reasonable for you as we begin. And of course, modify your practice today as it makes sense. Challenge yourself where you can. Back off, dial it back if you need to do so. Starting with the hands just falling into the lap, or you can turn the backs of the hands onto the legs with your palms up, closing the eyes if that's comfortable to do. Otherwise, if the eyes are open, just maintain your focus at one fixed point, just to help minimize distraction. Let yourself settle into your seat. And observing the weight of your hands in your lap, observing the pressure of your sit bones on the mat or on the prop that you're sitting on. Maybe even observing, if the eyes are closed, some faint light coming through behind your eyelids. Just observing sounds around you in the room. Start then observing the breath. Observing what's happening in the body. Feel free to engage your ujjayi breath. And bring palms together with the heart. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today if you choose. And slowly opening up the eyes if they're not already open. Inhaling, reach the arms overhead. We'll put a bend in the left elbow. Take your right hand to the left elbow. Just let your left hand drop back behind you. Sit tall. Little tricep stretch, maybe ever so slightly. Stretch a little toward the right side and look toward the left. Center it out, reach the arms overhead, then sweep the arms back behind you. Interlace all 10 fingers, pressing palms together, chest up. Put a bend in the elbows and bring your fist to the right side of your waist. So the right elbow is bending, sit tall. If it feels good to do so, soften your right ear toward the shoulder. One breath. Center it out, release the arms behind you, bring both arms back overhead, switch sides, bending up the right elbow, take your left hand to the right elbow, little tricep stretch, and again, ever so slightly stretch over to the left. Look to the right, one more breath. Center it out, come back up, arms high, arms back behind you, interlace fingers, pressing the palms together, bend the elbows and bring your hands to the left side of the waist. bending at your left elbow. Sit tall. If it's comfortable to do so, bring your left ear toward the shoulder. Look to the right. One more breath. Come back to center, arms back. Release the hands, shake it out a little bit. Let's come onto our hands and knees. We'll start with a few rounds of cat and cow to warm up the spine. You can tuck or untuck the toes, whatever feels good here. Inhaling, arching the spine, tailbone up, eyes up. Exhaling, round it down into your cat pose. One more. Inhaling, arching the spine, tuck the toes, come forward, bring the hips forward, and let the hips reach toward the wrists. Chest up, shoulders over, the hands, drop the shoulders back, eyes up. One more deep breath in. And take a little child's pose as you shift back, arms forward, one breath. Coming back up to hands and knees, inhaling, little cow pose, tuck the toes, chest forward, eyes up. Cat pose, round it down. Inhaling, arching into your cow pose. Come forward into your high cobra pose. Hips forward, chest forward, eyes up. Child's pose, shift back. We'll do one more like that. Inhale, hands and knees into cow pose, arching, eyes up. Cat pose, round it down, press away from the mat, tuck the tailbone. Inhaling, arching, eyes up. Bring the hips forward, untuck the toes, high cobra, heart forward. Child's pose, shift back. Let's hold for a full breath. Come back up to hands and knees. Let's take it back to downward facing dog. Feel free to walk out the feet a little in your first down dog. Stretch out the legs. Big inhale, lift the heels up. Big exhale, sink the heels down. Bring it forward to plank pose. And you can chaturanga or drop the knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Little bend in the knees, look forward. Walk or hop your feet to the front. Fold over the legs when you get there. Head down, soften the knees a little bit, then roll up slow to stand. Press down as you come up. Standing tall, soften the shoulders, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms around. Exhale as you dive, sweep the arms behind you, interlace fingers and stretch the arms overhead, head down. Hands, fingertips to the mat, lift the chest. Send the left leg back, low lunge and lower the knee. Bring both hands to your right thigh, chest up. Sink the hips forward if there's room to do so, tailbone down, chest up. Anjaneyasana, low crescent, arms high. Interlace all 10 fingers, press the palms up, look up if you can. Ardha Hanuman, half split. Lower your hands, straighten the right leg, shift the hips back, one breath. Bending up at the right knee, press back down dog. Inhale, take it forward to plank, chaturanga or drop the knees. Inhale, cobra or upward facing, lifting the knees in your up dog. Bring it back to downward facing dog. Let's hold for a deep breath or two. And from your down dog, look forward, walk or hop your feet to the front. Lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, round it down. Inhale, sweep the arms around, rise up. Exhale as you dive, arms behind you, change the grip as you interlace fingers, stretch the arms overhead, head down. Hands, fingertips to the mat, chest up. Now the right leg goes back. Low lunge, lower the back knee, hands to your left thigh, chest up, shoulders back, sink the hips forward if there's room. Anjaneyasana, sweep the arms high, change the grip, interlace fingers, press the palms up, eyes up, one breath. Look forward, Ardha Hanuman, half split. Hands down, straighten the left leg, one breath. And re-bending up at the left knee, low lunge. Take it back to downward facing dog. Big inhale, bring it forward to plank. Chaturanga or drop the knees. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Let's give it another deep breath or two. Soft knees look forward, step or jump the feet to the front. Lift the chest on the inhale. Exhale, round it down. Stepping the feet together, Utkatasana, chair pose, sit deep, arms up. Uttanasana, dive over the legs. Left leg back, low lunge, lower the back knee. Anjaneyasana, sweep the arms high. Interlace fingers, press the palms up, look up. Half split, Ardha Hanuman, hands down, straighten the right leg, one breath. Take your right hand inside the right foot, traveling into Prasarita Padottanasana. You'll bend the right knee, lift the back knee up and travel to the left. Readjust the feet, parallel the feet, and fold over the legs. Hands down or elbows down or grabbing onto your big toes here. Let's give it another deep breath or two. We'll meet with hands on the mat, lifting the chest. Bring hands to the waist with a flat back. Press up slow to stand. Take your time, keep the breath moving. Setting up goddess pose. Readjust the feet, bring the heels in a little, toes out, bend the knees. Arms up, elbows bending, and the arms are about parallel to the floor. Press down, inhale, star pose, lift up. Exhale, sit into goddess. Two more like that. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale into your star pose, arms high, bring the prayer to the heart. Skandasana, go to the left as you bend the left knee, stretch the right leg. One more breath. Low lunge, hands to the mat, pivot, walk your hands around to the front, opposite sides of the right foot. Look forward for balance. We're lifting into tree pose. So look forward, press through the right leg as you come up with the left knee. Bring the left foot to the inside of the right foot. Bring the prayer to the heart, maintaining your gaze at one point on your drishti, then float the arms up. Separate the hands. As the arms lift up, the shoulders move down. Let's give it another deep breath or two. Bring the prayer to the heart and point the left knee forward. Warrior 3, left leg back. Crown of the head forward. One breath. Warrior 2, step the left foot back, spin the heel down, come up, reach the arms out, one breath. Reversing the warrior, sweep the right arm over and back. Low lunge, windmill hands to the mat, turn on the back toes. When your hips level out, low lunge twist, lift the right arm up. Look up if you can. And roll to the outer edge of your right foot. And then reach the right arm back behind you. Good. Then sweep the right arm forward so you're still right foot flat on the mat. Then roll to the outer edge of the right foot and sweep the right arm back behind you. One more time. Inhale, right arm forward, right foot flat. Right arm back, roll to the little toe side of the right foot. Come back forward. Reach the right arm back up for your low lunge twist. Lower the right hand down and step back to downward facing dog. You can hold here or flow through. Look forward through the hands, step or hop the feet. Lift the chest on the inhale. Exhale, round it down. Feet together, Utkatasana, sit deep, arms up. Uttanasana, dive over the legs. Send the right leg back, low lunge, and lower the right knee. Anjaneyasana, low crescent, arms high. Interlace fingers, palms press up, eyes up, one breath. Ardha Hanuman, half split as you straighten the left leg, hands down, hips back. Listen carefully. We take the left hand inside the left leg. Bend up at the left knee, Prasarita Padottanasana. Lift the right knee up. Travel to your right. Readjust the feet parallel to each other and fold over the legs. You can keep the hands down. You can walk the hands out front. You can interlace fingers behind the back and sweep the arms over for the shoulder opener. Whatever variation you choose, one more breath. We'll meet in center with hands on the mat, chest up. Bring hands to the waist, flat back, press up slow to stand. And when you come all the way up, we're setting up our goddess pose. Readjust the feet, heels in, toes out slightly, bend the knees, knees over the heels. Arms up, elbows bending, cactus arms, press down, inhale, come up, then exhale into goddess. 2 more times, inhale, lift, exhale, bend, inhale, exhale. Inhale into your star pose. Bring the prayer to the heart, Skandasana to the right, back of the mat. Bend deep through the left knee, stretch. Bend deep through the right knee, stretch the left leg, one breath. Low lunge, hands down. Pivot as you walk the hands around to opposite sides of the left foot, front of the mat. You're in low lunge, look forward. Press through the legs. We're lifting into tree pose, Vrikshasana. Look forward, press through the left leg, bring the right knee up. Right foot to the inside of the left leg, avoid the knee. Palms to prayer, maintaining gaze on your drishti. Lift the arms, separate the hands. As the arms lift up, the shoulder blades drop down. Keep the breath fired up. And the prayer to the heart. Point your right knee forward, warrior three. Right leg back, standing leg strong, hips level, shoulders back, one breath. Warrior two, step back, heel down, come up, arms out, one breath. We'll reverse warrior, sweep the left arm over. Low lunge, windmill hands to the mat, turn on the back toes. When your hips level out, low lunge twist, lift the left arm up. Look up if you can, one breath. And roll to the little toe side of the left foot. Sweep the left arm back behind you, look back. Then sweep the left arm forward, flatten the left foot on the mat. Sweep back, roll to the little toe side of the left foot. One more time. Inhale, bring it forward, low lunge. Exhale, sweep back. Return to low lunge twist. Come back forward, left foot flat, left arm lifting up, look up if you can. Lower the left hand down and bring it back to down dog. Hold or flow through. From your down dog, soft knees, listen carefully. Walk your hands back to your feet. Folding over the legs at the back of the mat, your feet should already be hip width distance apart. Padangusthasana, grabbing onto big toes in yogi toe lock. Lift the chest on the inhale. Exhale, round it down, elbows out, sit bones high. Feel free to modify and ragdoll with your hands, holding opposite elbows as you hang over the legs. Then with your next inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, releasing out the toes. Walk your hands out again for downward facing dog. Come onto your hands and knees. Pigeon pose, bring the right knee through. Extend the left leg back, sit tall. Modify as you need, use props if you need, right? Maybe a rolled up blanket under the right hip or a block. Sit tall and walk the hands out. Lower the forehead down. Surrender to the stretch. Hips level, maybe even putting a block under the forehead if you like. Let's take another deep breath or two. Deep breaths. Slide the hands back, lift the head up. Roll to the outer right hip, Gomukhasana. Slide the left leg around. Bring your left knee on top of your right, making sure that your feet Reach out to the left and to the right. If you're dialing this back here to protect your joints, come into a cross-legged seat, Sukhasana, bring the left ankle in front of the right. Sit tall, slide the left arm out to the left side and sweep the right arm over. Keep the sit bones level, hips level, looking toward the right. One more breath. Come back up, reach both hands behind you, fingertips down, chest up. Lean in, and if there's room to do so, walk your hands out. Give yourself another deep breath or two here. Return upright, walk the hands in, chest up. Ardha Matsyendrasana, lift up the left knee. Bring your right heel closer in toward the left hip. Sit tall. You'll twist to your left side. If you're dialing it back, straighten out the right leg. Lengthen, drop the left arm back. Look left, maybe peek over your left shoulder and hold one more breath. Come back to center, brief counter stretch, go right. Return to the middle as you unwrap your legs, Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out, sit tall. You can, if there's room to do so, slide the hips in a little closer. Hands to your feet, chest up. You can hold here if this is deep enough, or you can lean in. Hug the elbows in a little so that if your knees are lifting up, you can use your arms to brace the legs down toward the mat, gently, not forcing it. Give it another deep breath. Returning upright again, fold the knees in. We'll cross at the ankles, come forward to hands and knees, setting up the second side. Starting with your pigeon pose, bring the left knee through, right leg back, sit tall. Modify as you need, blocks, props, whatever you need here. Lengthen and bring the hands out. Lengthen forehead down, hips level, deep breaths. One more. Releasing, slide the hands back, lift the head up. Roll to your outer left hip, Gomukhasana, cow face, slide the right leg around. Stack your right knee on top of the left. Keep your feet out to the left and to the right. If you're dialing it back, sit in a cross-legged seat. Bring the right ankle in front of the left this time, right? Just switching the sides. Take the right arm out to the right side and sweep the left arm over. One breath. Return back up, hands back behind you, fingertips down, chest up. Lean in. If there's room, you can walk the hands out. Keep sit bones on the mat. Another full breath or so. And returning upright, walk your hands in, head up. Ardha Matsyendrasana, seated spinal twist. Point the right knee up. Bring your left foot closer into the right hip. Your right foot is flat. Feel free to dial it back again by straightening the left leg. You're twisting to the right side. Chest up, drop the right arm back. Opening to the right, maybe peek past the right shoulder. One more breath. Return to center, brief counter stretch, go left. Bring it to center. We'll unwrap the legs. One more, Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees out, hands to your feet. chest up, slide the hips in or slide the feet back. You can stay here if that's deep enough or lean in. Shoulders back, heart up. One more deep breath. Releasing back up, fold the knees in. Drop the hands back behind you this time. Drop your knees to the right, sit tall, turn your head to the left and breathe. Come back to center, drop your knees left, lengthen, turn your head to the right. Come back to center. One more time each side. Knees right, look left. Center it out, knees left, look right. Come back to center, bending up at the knees, roll down onto your backs and hug the knees in toward the chest. You can take a happy baby pose if you like. That feels good on the hips or the lower back. And let your feet return to the mat. Bring your knees together, but separate your feet a little bit. Keeping the feet on the mat, it just releases out the lower back. Take your hands to your belly. Feel free to stay here. If you otherwise would like to go upside down briefly before we wrap up, feel free to come into your shoulder stand, or if you're working on headstand, you can come forward into Shirshasana, hands and knees, lift the legs up. I'm going to be doing Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. Lift the legs up. And if you're in shoulder stand, maybe Halasana plow. Let's take another deep breath or two. And we'll all meet legs up, returning onto the back. Setting up fish pose from shoulder stand if you did shoulder stand. Taking child's pose if you were in headstand. I'm going to use a block for my fish pose because it just feels good. But you can do the same thing without a block. You can just straighten out the legs, lift the chest, and drop the head back. Let's take about 3 deep breaths. And releasing. If you're using a prop like I am, roll to your side, remove the prop, return onto your back. Let's all hug the knees in again. And when you're ready, let's set up our brief Shavasana. Let go of the legs, extend them out on the mat. Separate the feet, turn the palms up. Closing your eyes, letting go of your Ujjayi breath. Feel free to cover yourself with a blanket or put on a sweater if you like to avoid getting too chilly. Just letting go. You're welcome to remain here for as long as you have time to take for Shavasana. I will otherwise leave you here today. Thank you again for sharing your practice with me. Until we meet again on the mat, namaste.